what?
That's all?
No, that's not all.
The EV6 is the blueprint of our future products. It defines the brand we want to be and the customers we want to speak to. The EV6 is born out of our ambition to create bold, original and inventive products. With its proportion and typology, we want to strike a balance between contrasting elements. The sportiness of a fastback, the compact stance of a hatch, and maybe even the raw strength of a rally car. They combine to create something that escapes the boundaries of today's segmentation. This has been made possible, among others, by the tireless work of our colleagues who engineered our first dedicated EV architecture. Our job has been to understand the full potential of this new platform and use all the technological opportunities it has to offer to create a mobility experience that is both intuitive and natural, as well as emotional and exhilarating. Yet, the design of the EV6 is not only driven by our technological innovations, but by our brand and the emotional experiences we want to create for our customers. Most importantly, the need for space and the time to use it.
We at Kia understand the importance of space. If you think about it, we are attracted by the exterior of the cars, but we fall in love with the interior, where in reality we spend most of our time. And as more autonomous driving technologies are introduced, the more we will appreciate space. So for the EV6, designing and inspiring space was one of the most important things for us. We believe that every element that makes up any space can boost people's creativity and inspire them. It's certainly not just about putting a big screen on the dashboard. Space innovation starts with the foundation, the platform. The EV6 is Kia's first vehicle to apply our new dedicated EV platform. It allows for a flat floor, which enables diverse interior layouts. And despite EV6's compact exterior dimensions, its 2.9-meter wheelbase results in a cabin space similar to many mid to large SUVs. This means more interior room for you and your passenger to enjoy. But to us, space innovation means more than just roominess. It's about what you see, what you touch, and what you feel when you are interacting with the car, either while driving or just relaxing. In other words, it's all about seamless user experiences. The EV6's integrated curved display is not only beautiful, but offers a truly immersive experience. Its wide and expansive design provides clear, unobstructed visibility. With its AR head-up display, you will be able to receive information in a more intuitive way. And the integrated controller works with LCD soft keys and allows you to customize the cabin matched to your needs. When you're not driving, it's time for you to relax with our zero-gravity seats, which will optimize body pressure distribution for absolute comfort. Now, this is my favorite part of the EV6. You can feel the difference in the materials used on the interior, which make up a key element of our pursuit of sustainable mobility. The seats are made from recycled PETs, vegan leather, or flaxseed oil-tanned leather. In fact, the amount of recycled materials used on the interior of the EV6 is equivalent to over 100 empty plastic water bottles. So as you can see, the EV6 is truly an inspiring space, with much care and attention paid to both occupants and the environment.
Time is the most valuable resource for everyone, and we at Kia understand the value of your time. That is why when we're designing the user experience of EV6, we focused on creating more time for you, whether by reducing inconvenience of charging an electric vehicle or getting you to your destination on one single charge. The 800-volt high-speed multi-charging system of EV6 enables you to find extra time for things that really matter to you. That means by the time you watch a TED Talk episode, you can charge EV6 up to 80%, and you will be able to drive 100 kilometers with less than 4.5 minutes of charging, similar to the time it takes to fill up a gas tank. With a fully charged EV6, you can drive over 510 kilometers. That's equivalent to the distance from Paris to Amsterdam in Europe, or from LA to Las Vegas in the United States. So on most regular commuting days, you won't even think about charging your car. We at Kia want our customers to find inspiration and excitement in their daily lives whenever and wherever they may be. The EV6 is equipped with V2L function that works as a convenient portable electricity supply. It can serve as an emergency power source for you at home. In fact, EV6 supplies up to 3.6 kilowatt of electricity, which is enough to run mid-sized air conditioner and a 55-inch TV over 24 hours. It can also work as a portable generator when enjoying the outdoors. Together with its impressive towing capacity of 1,600 kilograms, you can bring everything you need on an outdoor adventure with your friend and family and do it all with no emissions.
As Johan and Kisok pointed out, Our commitment lies in creating inspiring spaces. We at R&D were also committed to making sure that Kia's first dedicated EV model is full of pure driving emotion. And the result of our work is the EV6 GT. EV6 GT's dual motors produce an impressive 430 kilowatt or the equivalent to 584 PS, like many of today's supercars. Its powerful performance propels the EV6 GT from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 3.5 seconds and a top speed of 260 km per hour. And with electronic limited slip differential technology, all-wheel drive option, you have competent control and dynamic ride and handling in any given road conditions. We've also developed active sound design and GT Drive mode for a more immersive and futuristic driving experience. Seeing is believing, so get ready for some fun and let's go meet EV6 GT.
For us at Kia, the EV6 represents the first step towards our new brand. And our promise to inspire consumers with our bold design, progressive engineering, and innovative but purposeful technologies. This is also reflected in the name of EV6 that is simple and intuitive for everyone to remember. The name also represents our vision to create sustainable mobility solutions as we start our ambitious yet an important transformation into a future EV brand. Mobility is essential for the world's economy and for us as society. And we are aware of the challenges and the responsibilities we have as a mobility company to create, manufacture, and deliver products in the most sustainable way. Kia is committed with this challenge because we are committed with people and with society. And the EV6 is the symbol of our commitment of providing sustainable mobility solutions, reinforcing the acceleration of the world's transition not only to sustainable energy, but also to products, materials, and manufacturing. It's a big challenge, but we are optimistic. And this optimism is deeply rooted in our core belief that when we move, we get inspired by new ideas, ideas that can change the world to a better place. We hope we keep inspiring you for the new Kia brand. And if you are inspired, join the movement.
Kia, movement that inspires.